Hello, welcome. This is Data+Train and I'm Neil. Sorry for the slight delay in getting started. A little bit of click the button, didn't want to hurt, had to restart. So we're back on maybe 30 seconds late, but we'll catch up. Welcome to day 10 of our 31-day streams in August for the Data+Train channel. So the new channel we put out there to help share information about certifications and database technologies such as Power BI, data scientist, different courses, different data technologies. So we're going to be doing a whole bunch of different courses and reviews on those and some training materials, as well as going to be kind of doing specific episodes focused on certain tools. And one of those tools might be Power BI, one of those might be the Data Explorer, one of those could be SQL Service Management Studio or Azure Data Studio. And we're going to have a whole list of those. Over the next 3 or 4 months, we're going to start build up the portfolio of all the videos that we have for you. So well, let's get started with a little bit of information about what we're doing today's video. So if you're new here, by the way, hi, welcome. Do subscribe, do click that notification bell, and you'll get notified when we go live. We had an awesome shout out from Adam Saxton of GuideCube. Adam and Patrick, they are awesome guys and really know stuff, and I've been following them both on YouTube recently and in the community for quite some time. And Adam's helped me a lot, kind of get me started with the live stream and helping some comments and tips about how to do this YouTube stuff. So I'm fairly new to this, but in terms of kind of database technologies, I'm a bit of an old goat in that sense. I've been around for a little while, and we want to kind of share some of that knowledge. You may have seen last week, if you've seen some of our previous streams, that we have a competition running. And the competition itself is for a seat on a virtual public DA-100. That's the new role-based certification course. It's 4 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 17th to the 20th of August. We will actually be doing a second iteration of this in October, which is the 19th to the 22nd. So if you aren't able to get on this one from timing perspective, or it's just full, then come and join us in October. And we will be doing private also deliveries as well. So if you want to have this run privately in your own environment for yourselves, then by all means, we're going to share that with you as well. And I'll tell you the courses, I'll tell you the content. I'm going to share a bunch of information. But tonight, we're going to go and look at something a little bit different. I picked up on this a little bit earlier, and this is a training course, self-paced usually. We often do those where an instructor comes and leads the information, and it's called Dashboard in a Day. So I'm going to just grab that over and bring that into our main view. So Dashboard in a Day is a Microsoft kind of full day training that allows us to kind of just share that information with you around what Power BI is, how to get started with it, so some of the few basic steps. And if you're getting to learn this technology a little bit and kind of get to grips with it, this is a great course to follow. Now it's completely free and you can access it through a very easy URL. I'm just going to put the URL actually in the chat window. It's aka.ms/DIAD, 4-letter acronyms. And if you click on that, you're basically, so I'll just show you kind of how I did that in the window. Now, unfortunately, I got all my windows backwards a little bit today. I was fitting some new equipment into the setup, and it kind of was a challenge to get it all done in time. So I've kind of switched my screens around, which means I'm looking at you, but my screen's to the side instead of directly underneath it. So I do apologize if I'm glancing over to the right a little bit. But I thought it's better to go live and have something just a little bit angled. So I'm going to maybe angle myself a little bit this way so I can see it and see you at the same time. But this is Dashboard of the Day. Now you can go and grab the kind of different languages. Click on that big button here. That's actually just kind of zoom in a little bit. There we go. And click on here and you'll be able to download the materials. Now, once you've downloaded them, you'll get something like a folder, which will be, let me go bring that over. I'm going to also zone in on the, let's go up a couple of levels. So this is essentially what you get. You get Dashboard of the Day and you get the attendee folder. If I expand that out, and I'm just going to just make the screen a little bit larger, if I can do that with my shift and no, it's not doing it on that one. Let me try on the other screen. Okay, so it only works larger on one screen and not the other. Okay, so we've got the data folder, and in there's a bunch of different files and CSVs and everything else we're going to use to build some reports. But what I want to show you here is a number of let me just get some kind of PDFs, and I'm going to bring up the PDF version as well. So let me just grab that and go into the one that we're going to look at today, which is the lab number 1, accessing and preparing data. There is 5 labs. So we have lab 2, which I'm going to show you there. I will also have the PDF, and lab 3, 4, and there's also a final 5 as well. So we won't cover all those today, but be aware that there are 5 labs. And what I will be doing is once a week, I will take a lab and go through that. So today we're looking at lab 1. We'll probably come back and revisit this as well, because there's quite a bit to get started with on this one. But we're going to go through lab 1, and essentially we're going to just grab the PDF there and just go to the next page. And it tells you about some prerequisites. So it's obviously downloading the latest version of Power BI, and you've already got the folder. But you will need to probably create a directory called C and DIAD in C, and then put your files in there, because it the reports are already been built, expecting them to be in that location. Okay, so just be coming in and creating it. Just follow the instructions, and what you're going to do is go through, and it's going to teach you about some of the technology. Now, we're not going to go through every single thing, but essentially what I want to do is just advise you about, this is some training that you can do. You can come down and grab the latest file, and you can start by opening the blank Power BI file and following the steps doing these. Now, we used to do these in person, and they were between 60 and 80 people in a room, one instructor, maybe someone helping me as well, to generate the activities, help you with the steps, but essentially you did it in small groups. Now, I know that's a bit of a challenge if you're not being able to do that remotely. So what we're going to do is I'm going to introduce this lab material in the live streams I'm having, but I'm not going to go through all the content, but I am lining up. I'm just going to look at my diary a bit later on and see when I have a free day, and I'm going to do an online end-to-end completely free dashboard in the day. So no cost, you come, you just join, and we'll take you through as if we were doing this in the classroom, and you can walk through. So if you don't want to do it self-paced, you will have someone like myself on hand. Well, you will have myself on hand to answer questions, and maybe some other people will be there as well to help with that. So that's going to be the dashboard of the day. So go and grab the materials. I'm going to put those in the description below. You'll be able to come back to this later on once it's been processed and get that link. And I think it may be already in there, I'm not sure, but I think I put it yesterday's already. Grab the file, download it, have a look at the PDFs. So grab that PDF and either read it online or print it out, whichever's your favorite. I like mine printed because I like it next to me, and I want to read the steps. And jumping back and forth, even though I've got multiple monitors here, it's a little bit clunky sometimes. So I do like the written version of that. And we found when we did that for our students, actually giving them a printed version, they found it so much easier. So a bit of a tip there to do that. But I'm going to explain the competition that we're running, because you can come on a 4-day DA-100 course. Now, it's only been released in the last couple of weeks. I think 24th of July, it got released as an official course. The Microsoft exam got released at the beginning of July, so a few people are taking that right now. And if you're looking to take the certification, then this is going to be an awesome way for you to prepare. The next 4 months, we are doing our normal let me go back to my mind map and just grab that. One sec, there it is. So the mind map, we're picking in, prepare the data in August. Oh, don't want to move that. There we go. And in September, we're going to go to the second functional group, which is model the data. We've also got visualize the data in October, and then the final 2 elements are analyze the data and deploy maintain deliverables. The reason being, essentially, they're roughly between 20, 25 and 30% maximum, depends on the bottom 2 would be 10 to 15% each. So roughly about 20, 25% for each of these different categories. So over the 4 months, we're going to cover roughly 25% per month. And in August, we're doing 13 videos. So it should be every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I've actually fallen behind on my original kind of planning. Fortunately, some things came out of the woodwork and you know how it goes. So I'm going to be later this week completing all of last week's and all of these weeks and get them ready, and also probably start working on next week's as well. So I have them in the bag, scheduled in YouTube. So as the date rolls round, it just pops them out, and we've got episodes 1 to 13 in August, 14 to 26. I'm just trying to maths in my head here, in October, and carry on. So we're going to have 52 videos. Now, sometimes there's going to be one kind of video short in that month, and we'll fill that in with like a study version or some other video that kind of helps you with the preparation of your studies. We're also going to be explaining how to understand whether you're ready to take the exam. So I'm going to have separate videos outside of these 52 that are generic, kind of how do I approach study? How do I know that I'm ready for certification? What services and offerings do I have available to me? Okay, so we're going to be grabbing all of those. Just going to grab a towel very quickly. Unfortunately, we have a little bit of a heat wave here in London, and with all the lights on here, this thing heats up like a little oven. So I'm taking a bit of a sip to get myself, good way to lose weight, by the way. Not really. So we're going to have all those videos out this month. Now, these live streams every day, we cover a bit of content. We're here for questions as well. I've got normally the questions kind of up on my screen, but when I was trying to get the screens lined up, this little screen I have separately, this new one, was actually causing it to kind of jump around a little bit in terms of the quality of the video. So I kind of disconnected it, and that's where all my chat is going to. So if you do have anything in there, do put it in the chat window. I do have another screen. I can see it small in the corner there. So put in some questions there. Now, I've had some questions saying, how do I enter this competition? You know, what are the details? So what we're doing simply is I'm going to put up a very simple email address, which is PowerBI at, my company is called Beacon Intel. Let's kind of just type it. I realize I've got my clicky keyboard out today as well. So I need to get the quieter one for this next time. Oh, can't, there we go. And UK. Co-UK. It's very hard to read. It's such a small, there we go. Okay. So I put that in the chat window. I'm going to put it in the description below as well. So when I'm finished and uploading, I have all the instructions that are going to give us how to enter it. And essentially, you're going to send me an email to PowerBI at Beacon Intel. And you're going to have in the subject line, DA-100 competition. And what I need inside of that is just one of the code words that we've used in the last week. Now, you may say, well, I wasn't around for these code words. Where are they? They're in the recordings. So days 2 to 7, I think we have them. Go in and grab any code word. It doesn't really make a difference how many there are. Just grab one of those code words and bring it along. Send me a code word and you'll get automatically entered into the draws. We're doing a drawing at midnight on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So you've got until the end of tomorrow to get your first submission in. Once you've got the submission in, you're then entered for all 3 draws. So we'll do a drawing on Tuesday at midnight. I'm going to video record it and put that video up so you can see all the progress and see. And the winner will be contacted and said, here's the prize. And they can then get that code to enter into the website to get their full discount. So 100%. The price of the course is normally, for the major providers, is about £2,500. I think 2,450 is a very common number I've seen. We're currently running at £1,295 normally, but for these first 2 in August and October, I'm running them at £895. If you enter the competition, you get a 50% discount code to apply to that price. So £895 less 50%, just under £450 for a 4-day course. That's usually the price of maybe a single course, or even below the price of a normal single course. So if you're interested, you can kind of come and get that information. So I will be putting details in the description below. If you like what you see, also kind of gives us the thumbs up on that. But that's kind of how you enter the competition. Now, if you're not looking to take exams, if you just want to learn Power BI follow through the course anyway, because we're going to give you details about how to do essentially every single step. I'll give you a kind of a bit of background. The DA-100 is the replacement for the previous Power BI course. I was involved in some of the elements of the, kind of what was included and what was not. So I was brought in to help kind of discuss and give a perspective on what should be included in this course. And that was the end of last year. And then earlier this year, when the exam was live in beta form, I was helping with some of the questions. So I was kind of giving some feedback on how the questions were. So if you're looking to take certification, I've got a lot of background knowledge about the certification itself, the course, the Power BI. We're a Power BI consultancy. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer. I'm a Gold Data Analytics partner, my business that I own and operate. And we have Power BI consultants out every day of the week, and we're training on Power BI regularly every month. And I also have a couple of other resources I'm going to share over the next month or 2 or 3 months around Power BI. And some of those will be completely free. So kind of keep tuned in for what we have, and you'll be able to get the latest and greatest of what's happening. And, friends like myself, kind of from Adam Sackton and Patrick, kind of to help me kind of get started with my YouTube channel. So I do appreciate your time coming along. It's great to see you. We've had the best day in our YouTube kind of history, which is about a month old so far. I'm looking to just build on that strength and to get better at these live streams, get better at the YouTubing, sharing. And I've got a new website that's nearly finished. I got a developer doing it. They nearly finished it. There's some more work I need to get kind of done on it before I'm ready. And what that will be is also a blogging site. So there'll be YouTube videos embedded in it and links. There'll be additional blogs. There'll be other instructions. There'll be a raft of stuff around Microsoft data technologies. So data platform, SQL Server, my background, that's where I came from. I do a lot of conferences. I've got some data science stuff and AI stuff I also do now for Microsoft. And I do workshops online for them and in public as well when we used to do that. So I'm going to be sharing a lot more. And I know we've got some more lined up from Microsoft. I got an email today to say that we're going to be looking at the curriculum for the next few months. And would I have time to get involved? So hopefully we'll see what that kind of comes out to be. This is going to be the kind of place to come and get your Power BI. So I'm going to actually spend some time this week putting together a full kind of agenda of what it is. And I'll put a video out that outlines what's in each of the videos and what we're covering. So when we come to these each day, you'll know this episode 5 is the one I need. I've got some information already kind of being shared, being kind of put together. But the breakdown of that, if I go into this one here and go to the link and go to certifications, and I apologize, I have to look over to the other screen right now, DA-100, is I go and look at the exam itself, and I've broken this down into what the skills measured are. And if I look at the exams and look at the prepare the data we're doing this month in August is 20-25%. We've already started with episode 1, which is the first 2 items under get data from different data sources. There's roughly 2 items per episode. So we will tell you what we're covering. We will also point out if you want to do get data from different data sources, it's going to be these videos. And I'll have this outlined and show you which videos they are and when they're released. And essentially, there's one every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and the cadence will kind of follow through as I go through the months of August, September, October, and into November. Once we've done those, and also alongside of that as well, probably starting probably at the end of September into October, is we're going to be looking at other exams like the DP-100. The DP-900 is the new Azure Data Fundamentals, and the AI-900 is also the new AI Fundamentals. So we're going to be doing those one-day courses as well as information about how to study for those, again, how to go to Microsoft Learn and get the right information you need. So we'll come back here for a second and just move that out of the way. And if you want to kind of see what we were doing earlier, like we were doing getting data from Excel and Cosmos DB and walking our way through these, come back and look at the previous videos. So days 1, 2, 3, etc. And if you haven't watched those, come in. We will be putting descriptions in there with the chapters. So I've yet to do that for most of the live streams. But I will go back this week and I will put in chapters for each of those videos and explain what's in this video. So you can jump to the right point really quickly make it time efficient for you to come in and learn, and then come out and get to the next video. If you want to see more about these, there's some playlists. The DA-100 is a playlist. There's a PowerBI playlist. There's some exam playlist, and there's going to be an AI one, a SQL Server one, an Azure one. You name it, we're going to build up on those over the next few months. So we're just getting started. We have got a lot in store for you. I'm going to kind of cut this one quite short because it's extremely hot in here and the temperature is really rising. And unfortunately, to keep the sound really good, or hopefully as good as I can get it, I'm going to keep all the doors closed, which it really heats up. Okay, it's been a pleasure to have you. I'm going to put more information in the description below once this has been uploaded about the competition. And you can contact me at PowerBI at beaconintel.co.uk or Neil at beaconintel.co.uk and enter the competition. If you come in tomorrow, you still live stream, you'll still have a chance to get all the details, send that quick email out. It's just very quick, subject line, a keyword. We've got your email account. We will collect those, do a drawing at midnight on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and announce to the winner, and also do the other draws. And then we'll give you the discount codes as well and say, here's where you can go and enter if you want to get more training. But if not, just stay with the channel, stay with the free stuff that we're putting out there, and hopefully you're going to learn a great deal about Power BI as we go. If you have questions, reach out, email me them, put them in the chat window. You can get through to me also on Twitter at Neil_Hambly. That's Hambly. And I'm just going to put that in the chat window. Let's find my cursor. There it is. So Neil, at Hambly. Okay. Don't try and type underneath a microphone. It's not the easiest thing to do. So if you want to go to Twitter and find me, there's about 3,000 other really cool people that seem to want to follow me, but I think a lot of people follow other people on Twitter just for the sake of following people. But I have some great conversations on there about Power BI and SQL and Azure and the community. And I'm always up for a quick chat about some stuff. So this is day 10. We are done. We thank you for joining us. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, give that gentle nudge on that subscribe button. And we will see you in the next video. Bye for now.